Hey there, Krystal Covington here with a little presentation to explain the value of customer reviews for your brand. And I'll showcase a tool at the end of this that can show you how to do that for yourself. It's a free tool that you can use to acquire some business reviews for yourself. This is centered on the concept for the niche we're looking at is service-based businesses for the most part. So you might be a fitness coach, wellness expert, business consultant, business coach, personal coach, anything like that is kind of what this is most suited for. But the relevance is also for other businesses as well. So if you have retail, if you have any other kinds of business, these are still relevant concepts. It's just going to look a little bit different for you as far as the buying cycle and a couple of the other details. But 90% of this is still going to qualify as relevant for you as well. So first off, I want to start by discussing the buying cycle. So for your business, people generally start with a problem that they need to solve. Something's happened, there's been a catalyst, they may have seen something online or read it in a book, but there's something that has come to their attention that lets them know that they have a problem that they need to solve and they need to start taking action to look to find a solution. Then they begin their search and they might search online. Some of them begin their search. They say about 90%, I think, of people start their searches for solutions online, but people also reach out to their network. They might text a friend and say, hey, have you ever had this problem and had somebody help you with it? Or, hey, do you know any business coaches? Hey, do you know a fitness trainer that you like? And they start tapping social media resources, tapping Google searches, looking for providers that catch their interest. So that's the investigation phase now. So now they have a few people that they found through search, and you hit the investigation phase. Who can I trust out of these people that I've found, these companies that I've found, who can I trust to help me? And that's a part of the decision-making process that you can most impact in being able to generate sales and revenue for your business. And so the final stage in the process is the decision-making phase. I feel comfortable moving forward, or I've changed my mind. Notice it's not just a decision to go. Sometimes after the search, people make the decision to halt. And there are several reasons for that. So people can halt their decision because they figured out how to solve the problem on their own. So maybe they found a YouTube video and they figured it out, and they figured out, okay, well, I can install my own TV and I don't need to have somebody come and put this thing and, drill this into the drywall. I can install the arm myself. And they, follow the YouTube video and they got it. Or they realize they aren't ready to commit to the solution. They say, okay, fitness training takes a lot. I need to probably give up some things. I'm going to wait till after Christmas because I got a big dinner planned and lots of desserts, and I'm not giving that up yet. So I'll wait until after that time. Or they've discovered other problems that are prerequisite for solving that issue that they saw. So for example, they might think they need to work on QuickBooks, and they figure out, oh my goodness, I don't have even a credit card processor first. So I need to figure out what my credit card processor will be, and then figure out the QuickBooks after I figure out how I'm going to even take payments from my clients. And then I'll come back and get a QuickBooks type software. It's just like college, where you have to do bio 1 and bio 2 before you get to bio 3. And the last thing that you definitely don't have a lot of control over is they just don't have the money right now. That doesn't mean they won't have it in the future. So these are people that you can get in contact with, but they might look at the books. Your service costs $3,000. They have 1,000 in the bank and they don't have any credit. So they have to save up. They have to budget for it. And it's just not the right moment right now for their finances. And that's okay. That is something that you can work with. You can find lower cost solutions, maybe DIY. So maybe for people that don't have the budget right now, you can also have solutions where you say, hey, you can use this tool and do it yourself. And that's 1/15 of the cost. And that will help you start working towards it. And I just won't be able to do it for you. or you can have something done with you and say, you know what, you can use this. I can give you a little bit of help here and there to help you do it yourself. And I have packages like that myself where I give people the tools and give them some training so that they know how to do it themselves, and then come back to them periodically and help out so that they can leverage the information and get some results, but without me having to spend a lot of hours doing it, which is very expensive um, on their end. And so in the end, the biggest thing that you can commit to impacting in your business is they didn't find a provider they can trust. So in the other stages, a lot of it doesn't have to do with you. You can't control if someone tries to do it themselves. You can't control if they have something else that they need to fix beforehand, and that investigation stage brought that to light. And you can't control their money, but you can control the creation of all of the trust factors that people need to see. You cannot make them choose you. You cannot even make yourself perfectly trustworthy, because everybody has a different perception of what makes somebody a worthy advisor, a worthy resource for them. But across the board, there are usually best practices that you can work towards, and making sure, when somebody is looking for a provider like myself, if I wanted to find someone like myself, if I was going to hire someone to do this, what would I need to know about them to know that I should give them my money and go right now? What would make me say yes? And you need to make sure you have all of those factors available so that they can say yes. So, a few factors that do impact trust are things like brand polish. And for a lot of us, our website is that polish. Especially right now, we're not out and about as much as we used to be. I used to talk a lot about your physical presence and your clothing and looking the part and standing up straight and looking confident. But a lot of what we're doing right now is not even in person anymore. So it's your website, it's the content that you've created. What is out there about you that showcases the polish, the credibility, and looks like a quality provider? People know what a big bit, we're always impacted by these big businesses like the Amazon and Audible and all these things. The visuals of those brands is always going to impact even the smallest businesses, because we see those things and they impact what we see as credibility. Recommendations, which is what we're going to talk about today. Recommendations are a huge part of knowing that you can trust someone. So, if you're out, networking is like the easiest, it's the most natural of what we do. And when you're networking to get a solution, you ask a friend, hey, have you worked with a great plumber before? Can you give me their number? Or, hey, where do you take your car for oil changes? And these basic things that we ask our friends for: where do you get the best ice cream in Colorado? What's your favorite ice cream shop? We want to know that somebody else has tasted it, they've experienced the customer service, and it doesn't suck, because we trust them. And that's the most basic of a recommendation. Again, we are more and more in an online world. And if you don't have the ability for people to find others who worked with you, because sometimes there's not that connection where they can call up a friend and say, hey, they may not recommend you. They may not know you exist yet, but maybe they found you in their online search. So you weren't recommended directly in their network. They found you online, but there's no connection there. They don't know you. They don't know someone that knows you. And there's a disconnect of trust there. They don't know if they can trust you. And a lot of times, we're very, I know some people do throw money around, but a lot of us do not just throw our money out there and hope that it sticks to the wall like spaghetti. We're looking to make sure that we don't waste that money and don't waste our time and get the solution that we need. So you want your online recommendations to be that credibility factor, so people can just say yes very easily. Oh, okay, clearly other people have worked with this person. Clearly it's a trustworthy solution. And then the last piece is authority. We're not going to dig into this today, but authority is something that I feel is very important. And those could be just any way that you showcase your expertise. When you're in the employment world, your authority is represented by your background, your education, your experience, A really polished resume showcases your authority. But for a business that's trying to create an online presence, you might do things like create quality content so that when people are looking at you and they're like, I don't know, and they read some of your blogs and they see, oh, this person, this company, they know what they're talking about. This is incredibly written. I love what they're talking about. I get their perspectives, and it's clear that they know what they're doing. Or you might have, they might be able to Google you and see, okay, this company has been featured in the news quite a bit. They've been featured on other blogs, writing content. So these other websites trust them to blog on their sites and provide credible information. Or there's videos of you speaking or videos on YouTube. So you can create these things that create a trail of data that shows them that you have incredible value and expertise. So, what I want to get into now is showcasing you. I'm all over the place, showcasing you a tool that I recently just acquired to be able to use for my own business, and you can use it for yours as well. It's a tool that I use called Customer Voice, and you can set up um, for recommendations. And the reason why I'm talking about recommendations right now is just the fact that it's just a very easy step to do. So something you can do right now that can help convert more people to work with you to create a trust factor is just asking people who you recently worked with to leave a review in public places. And the reason why you want it public is because when their name is attached to it, it's public facing and they can go back and find that person. It just means so much more. If it's just posted on your website, you can write those yourself, or you can, sounds horrible, but there are people who just go on Fiverr and pay someone to do a video or something about them and say, hey, I worked for this person, and they didn't. And people have been caught doing things like that. So it's one of those things where we've all kind of seen some horror stories and we want to know these are real. So having them in places like Yelp or Google or Facebook or LinkedIn, all those spaces, it just makes a world of difference. And so this tool is super easy. So all you have to do is log into the site, go to your templates. You can edit the template and decide what you want it to look like. They have automated templates. I just have my own way that I wanted it to kind of look. And so they make it super easy to be able to go in and make that different. So mine is, thanks so much for working with us. And I let them know I appreciate them, and let them know very authentically. So this is very new for me. So I have built a new Facebook page and a new Google page because I'm changing things around in my business. So I'm starting from scratch and building things. So I let them know we're always working to build our online presence. So your review can help more people find and use our services. Please use the links below to leave a comment. And that just explains it. It's like, look, I'm a marketer, so I probably helped you with something like this, but now I need you to help me with something like this because I'm building a new brand from scratch, to kind of work in some new things that I'm doing for myself. And so all you have to do is click send request and put in the first and last name and email of the person that you're looking to connect with, and then choose your template. Um, and it will send that off to a person of your choice. And so let me just show you what it ends up looking like. So this person responded to this. And like I said, I just got this tool and just started using it myself, for my very new Facebook page and my very new Google page. And I got my first review just a day ago. And it was a very positive review, very wonderful. So she didn't, I don't think she left a number score, but it just is a recommendation. So she recommends my company, which is wonderful. And then I got another one on Google My Business, which is just a lovely positive 5-star review from one of my past clients. And so it took them nothing. It was just, I sent it to 8 clients. I got 2 reviews out of that. And that was during a holiday week. And so that was a success. It says that most people opened it. I know sometimes when people get a review request, they just kind of stumble over, well, what am I supposed to say? They don't know. So to get a couple out of that one blast during the holiday week was surprising for me. And so I'm very pleased that that happened. So that was all there is just going into that very super simple tool. And if you're interested in using the customer voice tool to be able to send to your customers, just let me know, shoot me a direct message, and I can just take a couple pieces of information and get you set up to be able to use that to get reviews for your own business. You can get up to 15 free. I set you up for a month free trial. You can get up to 15 emails to send out with that. And that's plenty of emails to get a couple new reviews for your business and get yourself launching in the right direction for 2021. All right. Thanks for listening to me and have a really great day. Bye.